nothing.
Okay, you're live.
Holy
You
shit.
can see everything?
All hail the king
yeah.
of the West! King of the West! King of the West! King of the West! King of the West!
Anybody in the chat? I see that the chat is there. Is there? And there's no views. There's nobody on it yet. So we might have missed one thing. Like, what was it? Go public or whatever?
Yeah, we're public.
We are? Okay, there's one person.
Woo!
Casey is officially... That's one person. I see. It says Casey. And then Thomas.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
Off work.
if this... Oh my God, look at them all go. Okay, everybody. This is big. This is massively big. This is the first YouTube live where my girlfriend Juliet is behind the board. And she turned it on. We have no professionals here with us today. And we are live on YouTube for the Save a Horse Foundation podcast. This is the real horse force right here. This show, without fail, because I had to go to the Comedy Store earlier to do a podcast with Sarah Weinshank. And when I came back, I was like, we got to do it. I promised every day I'm going to do it. If I am not at home, I will go live on my phone on YouTube because I will be live 5 days a week. And I'm looking for $65 a day. And that adds up to rescuing a horse and giving that horse a home, food, and really hope not a vet. But that's, apparently that's part of it. But whatever. And of course, I have not run this by anybody who is in my budget. Because I don't believe it. I believe yesterday was a fluke. That's what I think.
Odd time for a show.
Someone said that?
Yeah.
I've done 4 shows today. This is my 4th show.
333, make a wish.
Wait, why do you make a wish?
It's a lucky number.
What is a lucky number?
333.
Why?
It just is.
Okay. I'm not trying to argue, baby. Just asking questions. But it's big. So if anybody is willing to give to the charity, I will sing them a song. There's no way you could figure out how to make the singing mic work, right?
The singing mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me how to do that.
Nah.
Yeah, I think I know. Hold on.
Do it. You did it,
Yeah.
baby. You did it. Wow.
I did it.
All right. Whoa, and there's already $20 from Casey. I need a beat.
If Miles could do it, Juliet will have no issue.
That's not fair. Miles is a very talented man. He just has a speech impediment. Wait, do I get flagged for using music? Probably, right? I don't know, do I?
Did you use music? No.
Wait, music? You said music like that rapper did when she was like, so you're a musician. And she's like, no, what is that, babe? No, I'm not. What am I? I'm not a magician. She's like, no, I'm not saying you're a magician. I'm saying you're a musician. And she was like, well, what? I don't think, baby. I do. This is so ghetto. Do you see that video?
Yeah.
Who is
I
that
don't
chick?
know who that chick is.
She's insane, but also really good. I do music. I also act. I'm an actor. I'm like, you're a he's a hoe bag ass. But anyway, Corey Manuel Corriega. Yeah, Corey Feldman. Corey.
Someone said call Miles for a guest spot.
He has a job. He has like a job. I tried to call. I was like, "Do you want to skate?" He's like, "Dude, I'm slammed. You gotta turn the singing mic off. Wait, you gotta put it back on." Thomas loves the horse. I don't know what horse, and I don't know where he's gonna live. Maybe this is not real. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I'll make so much money that I'll get a barn, and I'll be backyard burying the barn. I'll sell barbecues. Turn it off. Thank you. Zach's watching. Do you see her turn the singing mic off? You know what? You turn the singing mic off 9 times faster than Miles. Miles did the show every day, and every day I would go, turn the singing mic off, because he would forget. Every single day. And I think in the very end, before he quit, $30, baby. I'm almost there, and the show's been on for
7 minutes.
That's crazy.
You guys are cool.
So if this really happens, you guys, this is a big thing for me. Like, I've told myself, no matter how tired, and I think today would be a sign, doing shows from 9 till 12 and then driving to Hollywood and doing a podcast with Sarah and then driving back. To be fair, he was watching Rogan. He was watching Joe Rogan while he was doing the show, so that's a lot. But, I told myself, I'm like, things can be done, Things can be done that you think can't be done. Like last night, I was like, I am going to be put in development. I am going to do well on stage. I am going over to see Rose, and I am going to be put in development. And I really was like, I was nervous because I was like, this is an exciting day. This is actually going to happen. And I think it's got a lot to do with my lucky mustache. And because I believe that my mustache will let me fly. I will fly. And I believe that if you build it, they will come, like that dead baseball guy. And I will do this. I'm going to do it for a month. And if I make the money, I'm going to do it next month. And so on until it's like official and I can prove that I have witnesses and that this is like actually a financial thing where it pays money, enough money to where I'd be like, look, it's not crazy out of the question to find a place that's not too far away where I can get, it's not even, what is a horse's house called?
A stable or a...
Is a stable?
No,
I was
stall.
always...
A stall?
Yeah, because I feel like a stable is more of a... Oh, God, hang on a minute. That other child.
Chibbo cheap.
Come on. You going to help raise funds? You've done a few shows today, buddy. You're a very hardworking man. You're very hardworking.
He looks so muscular in the camera.
Me or him?
I was talking about Chibble Cheap, but...
Yes, Rubber Bead, you are. But you don't have baby shot. We both don't have baby shot. What do you bench? Rubber Bead? You bench the bitches? Is Tully gone for good? He died. I don't know if you guys know that. It's tragic. In a helicopter accident. He was sucking his own dick. And that's why he wasn't looking where he was going.
He choked on the dick. It wasn't the helicopter. Helicopter didn't crash or anything.
Hey-o! Fucking... Jules in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of those jokes. Plenty where that came from.
I'll be here.
He will be missed.
Evening.
He will be missed. But at least he didn't miss his dick. Oh, hey-o. Well, anyway, I'll probably stop. Yeah, no, he's not. No, this is a YouTube show I'm doing by myself. Tully got a job. Tully got a wife that has a job, makes more money than him, and he does. And he lost a family member, and he went to Jersey to go to the funeral. So But he wouldn't be here anyway. This is not the Jason Ellis show. This is a YouTube thing that I'm going to do 5 days a week. You know? Unless everyone's like, shut up. And then I'll be like, right, fair. Wait, really, Rumblebean? You're leaving? You just got here. It's too much show for the Rumblebean. Yeah, well, too bad. I'd love to let the other cats in here, but like they start unplugging shit.
They're crazy.
They really are. And I think it's more like it's a show-off thing. Where they're like, oh, yeah, you're doing that, then watch me do this. All right, now I think one of them is on the other side antagonizing the bean of Rumble. What did you just do?
I'm going to put a goal on here.
Whoa, you know how to do that? Wow.
Can I do a custom one?
That's amazing. Look at you do stuff. Look at you doing it.
Okay, I'll just say 50.
No, I need 65.
I know, but 65 is not an option.
Well, then
So
do 100.
100?
Yeah, let's say red or hot. Yeah, let's go.
What are you going to do to celebrate?
I could punch myself in the face. I could share a thing that I've never told anybody on the air.
Wow.
That might be a little too much, actually. I could read, and I hate that. Really, Rumblebean? Are you leaving for real? Well, sit down. Take a seat, big boy.
Great, a little dance for now.
I'll do a little dance on the table. Do you have camera angles, baby?
Uh-huh.
Go on.
Which one do you want?
Show me if I was going to be on the table.
Wait.
That would be the
There's
wide.
the table. Yeah, I got it, right?
I don't know. No, so far, no. Yep, you do. All right. You're ready for the wide. Okay. I'll do a little dance.
Oops.
Okay, I gotta let him out. He's gonna want to get back. I hate it. Sometimes, dude, and it's the other cats that are starting it. Go on, get out. Get out. You're bitch ass. You're doing it to it.
Thanks, Zach.
Some people. I can tell you what this money's not going to, and it's yogurt treats. Dickheads. Wrecking my fucking show.
We're not replacing
my
Zach.
show.
I
Dang
still
it.
have a job.
Gotta not cuss. I forgot. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is a thing where it's hard to do. Like, I mean, I got a lot of stuff that I have to do, and like I can't have Zach come over whenever I have half an hour to do a live YouTube show. So I'm like, if Jules figures it out, well then I can, like, tomorrow morning I can just do it, and it's done. You know, just knock it out. I can just keep doing it over and over again. Get it done. What brand glasses? These are Heatwave. These are Heatwave. When I was sponsored by Heatwave, I got lenses put in some stuff so that I can see better. I like my electrics better, but I like these two. It was kind of like, it was a good deal, man. Heatwave was a good deal. But I think that I was being too much of a libtard, and they're like, you know, pretty not libtarded, and they were like, what is this dude doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't see him he's not racing. And I'm like, well, I don't really race, but, and it was like, I don't see the point, and then they cut me. So, but I am appreciative nonetheless. And it's weird, over the years, some of the sunglasses sponsors I've had, all the last ones I had, I found a pair that they had where I was like, I really like these. The electric guys, they made a signature sunglass, and that, I still have pairs of those and I don't know. I'm like, I don't really know.
Can you still buy those?
No, no way. No, they're gone. They got different owners. They asked me the other, like, I think I DM'd and they were like, yeah, man, like, what deal was it that you had with us originally? I was like, wow. Forget about it. So, like, bye, Zach. He's got to edit a new episode.
Don't stay up till 4 a.m.
Yeah, seriously, get some sleep. Those would be sweet. Yeah, I have some. I have enough pairs where some of them I'm like, yeah, I don't really care about those ones. I'd be willing to give it away. That's what I could do. Like if I make the monthly thing, I'll give away a skateboard or something.
Yeah, we can do a giveaway to the highest gifter or whatever it's called. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is all new to me.
Yeah, but you sound like you already know. You know, like some of the things you're already saying. I'm like, have you been here before?
It just seeps into my brain from being on it so much,
Yeah. All right. Well, I think someone said I'd buy a pair. I'll tell you what, buy a pair. I gotta mail them and stuff. Costs money, man. Like, it's gonna be $200 at least. Because I don't have. That's it. It's weird. Like, give away a skateboard that's my skateboard that I don't have another one of. I mean, yeah. But like the sunglasses, I got a lot of skateboards. I've had a lot of skateboards, and I'll probably continue to get more skateboards. But signature sunglasses, pretty sure that day is done. I think the last, whatever is in the living room over there because it has got a little Ellis logo on the side of it.
You don't even really wear sunglasses.
I don't, because I don't know what happened. I stopped wearing jewelry as much, and then I kind of stopped wearing sunglasses, and I found that if I don't wear sunglasses, I don't get sunburnt. Does that make any sense?
Like your eyes don't get burnt?
No, I don't get burnt. My skin doesn't get burnt unless I have
sense
sunglasses
at
on.
all.
Huh?
That doesn't make any sense at all.
I think if you Google it, you'll find that wearing sunglasses gets you sunburnt. I think you'll find that I am correct. Also, pigs can breathe out of their bottoms. And that's a fact. I thought humans could as well, but it turns out that's not true. But if I keep trying, I don't know, could I? I'm trying right now. I think I'll suffocate. Yeah, it's not going to work out. So, what's been going on since, 2 hours ago? Not a lot. I tell you what, I would like to do a podcast with Sam Tripoli, because that guy, I mean, the conspiracy theories, I had so many questions and I didn't have time. There was so many questions that I had for all of that stuff. Like the move, like what is he doing? Like there's a movie that, does anyone remember the movie that he was talking about? Because I want to watch it now. Because I want to know like the bit with the bit and what it means, and the evil persons and the Satan comes. It's a weird thing. All these organizations. It's a weird thing to have like a religious organization. It's like you get so carried away with being popular. Oh!
Thomas.
Wait, is that again? Dude, now I feel bad. You can't give me that much. Somebody else needs to... Wait, has Thomas done it twice?
I think so.
Thomas, are you rich?
Yeah, Thomas has donated twice now.
Wait, are we up to $50?
$6.50? Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
You got to do a little dance when we hit the goal.
Wait.
Ow.
Chill. Little bit.
Have you heard this song?
But that dick.
This little clip.
Little clit?
See my tits, bitch. Sucking my corn dick. Kissing my clit. When I shit on your tits. Dick, 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 dick. Pricking my slit. Everyone pissing my clit. Fucking my tits. Out of my lips.
Whose voice is that?
Me.
Dick, 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 dick. Up on my clit. I love piss. Come on, boys. Pissing my tits. I got
Hell yeah,
piss
$10 more.
on my clit.
Thanks, FF
Everyone's
Dutch.
got
That goes to shout out to Little
shit
Clit.
is me, kid.
I just realized I'll probably get flagged. Put my voice back on. Oh,
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's Rachel. Hey everybody, it's Rachel. Is that working? Is it working? You feel like you can kind of hear my other voice. Can you hear me?
It's working.
It's working.
Sounds weird.
I'm Jules. I'm totally Jules. Sometimes I go out with my friends and I'm like, oh my god, who fingered me? Whose finger is that?
That happened last weekend. It's crazy.
Oh my god, it happened last weekend?
Yeah.
That's cool.
okay. I feel like we gotta not be, because YouTube.
We can't be dirty and cuss or anything.
I don't know. I mean, you can point a finger at somebody, right?
Yeah.
And that can
Can't finger anybody.
if they point a finger at you, does that mean it's kind of like you've been fingered, you know? If you, I don't know. It's edgy. But I gotta find another bed.
Oh, Rachel was like a person?
It was a character that I played.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. It might be the reason Joe Rogan hates me.
Oh, yeah. You called with someone else, right?
Yeah.
Like two girls at
It
the
was
same
Rachel, and I think his name was Sarah. I think. Oh, screaming farts. Remember, I made a contest if you could scream and fart at the same time. Wait, that wasn't it. Wait. Oh, this is just a weird fart. That's not real. That's trick photography right there. Hit the post. Yeah, I gotta
Have you ever heard his call into Tony Hawk's show as Rachel? No,
Have-
I don't think I've heard that.
have I ever what?
Someone asked if I've ever heard the call in to Tony Hawk's show as Rachel.
No way. No, I did that. That's so bad. Did I
I
really?
want to hear it now.
I mean, there's no way. Like, YouTube takes stuff down, you know? And now more than ever, there's no way. There's no way that exists. I know that when I did the call to Joe Rogan, I wanted it. And they were like, yeah, we don't have it. And I'm like, I don't know what. I don't know if that's true. I just know that I never got it. And yeah, you pranked Tony. Well, Tony is an amazing guy who puts up with a lot of my bullshit. I just sent him my documentary, and he,
What did he think?
he said, oh, hell yeah, you might want to ask them to use era-appropriate footage on some of the segments. For instance, they're using ESPN footage when you were talking about skating your first pool. Your interviews are good, though. So I'm trying to think of, like, footage, you know, like, especially when I was a kid.
I didn't even think about, like, stuff matching up like that. Do people pay attention that closely?
Well, I think that's, like, Tony is going to know, you know? But, like, I don't think other people... I mean, obviously, the people that made the documentary, they don't know what bowl, pool... They don't know what anything is, you know? They weren't there for any of it. They don't know. But, I don't know. I guess if I could make it match up better, then that's awesome. But also, like, my main thing about it is it's the message of, like... You know, like, going through tough things... And being this old, it's never too late to fix things, you know? Like, you can do better. And it's like, well, you know, there's a certain amount, because I used to think that. There's a certain amount of time where, you know, you've fried yourself, and there's no coming back, and you may as well just keep on going. And that's not true, you know? Like, you can turn it around. You can make things work out. What's your
Ellis, mate,
thoughts?
Thanks for coming to Canada. The Barry show was awesome.
Yeah, everybody in Barrie is very nice. Everybody in Canada was very nice. everybody really appreciates me being there, and that felt really cool. It was very nice people. I wish they all subscribed to my Patreon, but whatever. What's your thoughts on the recent UFC betting scandal? I know, isn't that juicy, right? Look, I don't know, man. I love MMA, but man, it's been, I don't know. I think maybe because I'm sober even, I don't like it as much. You know, like, I think there was a time there where it was sort of like a habit. You know, I think some people watch games and, you know, like you watch basketball or NASCAR or NFL and, you know, there's all these commercials and like, you know, halftime show. Like, what are we talking about? Who cares about halftime? If I'm a football fan, I'm trying to watch football. Like if the UFC got so big that was like halftime show and I got to watch an hour of freaking Shaggy 2 dick, like I don't care. Like put the freaking fights on. I'm sick of it. Someone said they're bummed they missed Denver. You are bummed. That was one of the better shows I've ever done. That crowd was amazing.
It was awesome.
When I got there, I was like, wait, is there a bigger comic tonight? And they were like, what do you mean? I'm like, this place looks sold out. Is there another? Am I in another room? And they were like, this is your room, dude. And I was like, what the hell? It didn't make any sense. But yeah, the betting on the UFC, apparently it's funny. They're showing videos now of like fights where the ref looks like he's kind of in on it. You know, a fighter got like immediately cut after apparently he had a multi-fight deal and he was taken off the roster. And, you know, how far down does it go? You know, like you never think of that, you know, and also, you know, these fighters, a lot of them don't make a lot of money. It's got to be weird to like train and you're so good that you're in the UFC, but you know you're never going to make it to this other level. And if someone's like, look, if you lose this fight, I will give you, because you got to look at it like, okay, if someone's like, I'll give you what, $100,000? Like, do you think you're in the UFC and you think you're never going to make $100,000? I don't know how much they pay. You know, I think it's, I don't know. I think it's like at least 20, right? You got to get at least 20 grand. I don't know, man. I feel like it costs so much money.
Even if you lose?
Yeah, I think it's 20 to fight and 20 to win. It used to be 5 and 5. I think it's gone up. I hope it's gone up. You know, and then you get your $50,000 submission bonus or a fight of the night bonus or a knockout bonus, which is pretty rare that someone gets that. But I think, you know, when fighters don't make a lot of money and somebody comes along and goes, hey, man, you throw this.
Robbing people like that convict guy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's another thing. Like, you sign that guy. Like, that's crazy to me. That guy he's never going to be good enough to be a champ. Why do we need him in the UFC when he's like a guy that's like, he's like robs houses and beats women? Like, what are we doing? But they kind of like that. You know, they're like, it's a crazy guy. They give him a chance. I'm like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't like, you know, I think there's a lot of MMA stuff where, you know, if you're good, they don't care what kind of person you are. You know, and I think is like, you know, like football, baseball, like you can't just freak out and say crazy stuff. It's not a good idea, you know? And it seems like in the UFC, you know, maybe it's all Conor McGregor's fault. I don't know. But it just seems like people say ridiculous stuff. $5.
Aw, yay. For the horse force.
Put my better.
Yeah! Wait. Yeah! This goes out to HCN! I got a horse, and not yet, but when I get in, we're gonna ride. We're gonna ride all night. He's my horse. Thank you.
All right.
That was terrible.
Oh, wait.
I'm just kidding.
I took that to heart. I was like, man, I'm not very good at that. Sorry. Conor McGregor says he's been saved. No, I saw that. And look, he does look really healthy. Which all I thought was when he looked really healthy was, man, how hard was he going that when you get sober, he looked like a different person. Like, that's what I think. Like, how much was he drinking and partying so that, like, when he found whatever, he's been saved by God, and he gets sober, that you look like you're, I don't know, 30 pounds lighter. You're like, he looks so much healthier. It's insane. I'm like, maybe he was killing himself. You know, I don't know. I think to be that successful, I don't think many of us really know what that's like. You know, I think it's a rare thing to be that successful. Are you still in contact with Jude? I am not. I haven't been for a long time. I think, the last time I probably talked to him was when I was still working at Sirius. You know, I don't know, man. It was like a time there where I liked hanging out with him, and I don't know. I don't know. You know, like, I think I wasn't really on the planet entirely, and I don't think he was anywhere near the planet. And I was just like, I'm trying to make it. He's trying to make it. But I'll always have love for Jude, you know. I just think that we never really had that much in common, you know. Just always kind of respected his hustle, and in the end, it kind of got weird, you know. And now, you know, like now that I'm sober, I'm like, you know, people like that, they kind of scare me, you know. I'm like, man, taking drugs off the internet, I don't know, it's just weird. But I hope things work out for him, you know. I hope he gets.
You look very different now, apparently.
Who does?
You do.
From what?
From way back.
From like 20 years ago?
No, I don't
That'll
know.
happen to
Someone
people.
said they watched an episode of the podcast from a while back, and you look different. Like, in a good way, probably.
Yeah, you gotta hope that that's what they mean, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, what you look like, I don't know. You gotta get past that, you know, like, especially when you're as old as me, you know, when you wake up tomorrow, it's probably not gonna be good.
When you get sober, you look different than when you're not sober.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think people realize how much weed makes your face do things. Because I see it in people when they're really high, and I go, oh, my God. I used to think, you know, sometimes I get really high, and I'd be like, it's pretty obvious that I look high, but not like in a way where like my face is altered and I look hideous or anything. I was just like, whatever, I look high. And then now when I see people really high, I'm like, whoa, your face is melting. And if you smoke enough weed, I was definitely puffier. Yeah, I remember that because I would try to depuff my eyes because it was like noticeable, and that's saying something because now I'm dramatically older and I don't really wake up and go, oh man, my eyes are puffy today. You know, like I used to wear sunglasses to try and hide that kind of thing. What is someone saying? I have spoken to our friend Kevin. I sure do miss him. Doesn't he have his own show? Like, you don't, why do you miss him? He's on the show. He's got a show. Look, again, I really hope nothing but the best for that guy. I do, but I don't want to be in it, you know? I tried for like over a decade and he just wasn't interested in like trying to do better. You know, and I have had my struggles, you know, and I think at one point it was like, how can I help you? I can't even help myself, you know? But I think it's one of those things like, you know, Sirius, when I got dropped, I didn't want to get dropped by Sirius, but it was only business. And that's why I dropped Kevin from the show. It was just business. I couldn't afford it. And I think that he is doing way better. Made a movie. I don't think he would have made a movie if he was still here. So that's, you know, and I wouldn't have been in comedy if it wasn't for losing my job. I do notice, man, about being live on YouTube, being live on TikTok, people live in the past a lot. You know, it's like
pretty crazy.
It is, right? Like it's
I don't
over.
even think about like the past ever.
I think that's
I
like
don't
a
know.
part of. I don't know. When you're sober, you're just like I go that way. You know, like going back is. You know, I got no hard feelings against anybody. You know, not even Christian. I really hope that he's happy. You know, I'm like, what can I do that's fun? What can I do that's good? You know, is there anything I can do? I'm like, you know what? If people send me, what is it, like $45 more or something, like I'm working on a horse. You know, I saw this I feel terrible. I saw this Instagram. It was just like, man, brutal. His horses. You use them for horse meat. I'm like, horse meat for what? Is it like dog food or something? Like, it's so.
Wait, what?
What is horse meat for? We're not eating it.
I don't know.
So
like they're
why
eating horses?
No, they say that those horses, if no one buys them, they go to Mexico for horse meat.
I mean, let me look.
So what is the horse meat for? We're not eating them.
Yes, people eat horse meat in many countries around the world, particularly in parts of Europe and Asia.
Yeah. Oof.
There's a taboo against consumption in the U.S. Or, yeah, UK and Australia.
Wait, HCN, who is my mathematician for anything I do on here, said that I'm already up to $65. Juliet, is that true?
I believe so.
Really?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, plus 20 is 35. 35 plus 10 is 45, plus 20 is 65.
Oh,
Whee!
man. This has been a lame show because I've done a
gosh.
lot of shows today.
I have eaten horse meat here in Canada. Oh my gosh. What does it taste like?
It's gamey. It's like a deer.
Ugh.
Like it's kind of weird how they're all very similar when it gets to the gamey stuff. Look, if you're on your deathbed and you're gonna die, I'll eat you. Yeah, I don't really care.
Oh my god.
What? I would eat you.
You'd eat me?
Yep. I'm probably gonna eat you later on.
Which part first?
Your butt.
It's a good spot.
Yep, that's a good spot to start, I think. But wow, man. Thank you, guys. This is like I'm starting to believe that it can happen. And look, it's happening. It's 2 days in a row now where I've made 65. And 65 is $1,000 a month. And there's no argument. Nobody can say, nah, Jason, you can't rescue a horse, you know? I'm like, yes, I can. You know, obviously I can't rescue a really sick horse where I have to get a vet to fix him. But, horse that's like slightly okay, older, and just like, hang out, man. Go
Someone
run.
said donut money for Jace cakes.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
We got to ease up on that stuff.
Yeah, we're getting loose.
We're going a little insane.
Thomas, stop it, Thomas. I love you, dude, but stop it. That's too much money.
Unique. Nice name.
Who's unique?
Consider yourself acknowledged.
Wait, they wanted to be acknowledged?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Well, there it is. You've done it. You've done it. Yeah, you're great, unique. Obviously, you're one of a kind.
It's been almost 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right, I got to wind it up. I have reached my goal for the day, and I didn't have to take my pants off, sit on anything. So that's good. I love you too, Robin. Of course you did.
This is fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited that you did it.
Me too.
We can do this. And one day we could move. Yeah, Casey. $13 is a weird ass
I
amount.
think it did something for like a percentage for YouTube.
Yeah, that's why it's 65 because it has to get to 50, and they take
yeah.
30%.
He said 10 plus 30% for YouTube, so that's why it's 13.
Oh wow!
Thanks, Casey.
That is a really, really good. Wait, what is it? I'm the guy Shab sued? No, you're not. No, you're not. I saw that on TikTok or something. Where a guy makes videos. It's a weird thing, man. I feel like sometimes people need to calm down. I see like the reason that what I don't know, Rogan sphere. They call it the Rogan sphere. Rogan sphere. The problem with comedy is Rogan sphere and Tony Hinchcliffe and Brendan Schaub and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you guys are haters, man. You know, like you're being that Unique is saying yes, I am. Well, I don't know how you could prove it. I never really followed it. I saw it on TikTok where there's a guy that he took to court and he lost, right? Like you won, or I don't know if you won, but like I don't know, did you win? If this is the guy, but he did. He like spent money on lawyers to sue a guy who made videos about how Brendan Schaub sucks, and I'm like, that's a weird. You know, like, I'm sure there's people that's me. I seen a video once from a guy that said that Jason sucked. Oh, yeah. Fair. You know? To somebody, I suck. To somebody else, I'm pretty sweet. But, you know, that's like America, man. Free country. You suck. Just put new... Wait, what do you say? Just
put Unique in YouTube. Yeah, I won. I don't know what that means.
He's still appealing. Oh, man. He must be rich, right? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's healthy. Okay, I don't know if you make videos on TikTok, but it sees like they move. I see that him and Brian Callen moved to Austin, and they keep making fun of Brendan because they don't think Brendan's happy because he moved to Austin, and he's not a comic anymore, and Brian Callen is at the mothership, and the studio's bad, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like getting a new studio. Studios, they don't just work, man. I don't know what it is about that, but like when you set up a new studio, they don't work. He spent over $1 million. Okay, baby, can you Google here this guy? Because that's crazy. I don't even feel bad for him. If you have $1 million to do in a court thing,
Am I Googling?
What has he got his name? New what?
Oh, Unique?
Yeah, Unique. If you spend $1 million, if you have $1 million to spend on a guy that made a video about how you suck.
Wait, am I Googling if Brendan Schaub sued him?
No, just if Unique is he the guy that Brendan Schaub sued?
That's what I just
Hey, look
said
at the way you
before.
type, man. You're like actually.
Oops. Oh my god.
Man, you're so good at typing.
Yes, Unique, whose real name is Kyle Swindells, is the person Brendan Schaub's company, Thick Boy Productions,
Yeah, I love how you don't know.
sued for allegedly using copyrighted material without consent.
You think it's funny?
Thick Boy Productions?
Because he's like a big guy, eh?
Well, yeah,
And he
I
made
get it.
thick boy clothing, which is I used to make fun of it. I was like, if you buy thick boy clothing, you're an idiot, you know. But also, like, I don't know, man. Like, he's lit, you know, and I'm not lit, so that's cool. If you want to be cool, I don't know if it's cool. I don't think it's cool, but I'm cutthroat. And also people be like, you're not cool. You're 54, and I'm like, touche. That is fair. That is completely fair. I just know what I like, and I feel like, you know, the new things that come and go, it's just doucheware. But wow, dude. So you're listening to me on YouTube? Wait, I mean, are you going to make a video how I suck? This guy's over here with like 40 people watching him trying to get money for a horse.
Someone said Austin seems like hell nowadays. Used to be a charming area. Yeah, Jason and I call it Caucasian Thailand.
But I will say
It is nice though.
that I feel like people that trash Austin's comedy scene, I disagree with that. I think, you know, dude, people copy people. You know, there's not a lot of originality out there, and I think, you know, sometimes people are scared to do their own thing. Well, not sometimes. Most of the time, people are scared to do their own thing. You know, like I think at one point when I first started doing comedy, Brian Callen was nice to me, and he like had me go out on the road with him, and was like helped me, and then I kind of distanced myself when the Crystalia thing popped off because I was like, I don't know about that, you know, I don't know for sure, and then I know that the Callen thing showed up as well, and I was like, oh God, did he do that? You know, and he was pretty open with me. He was like, "Look, I've not always been a great guy, but I definitely never like forced myself on anybody." And I was like, I believed him. You know, I don't know, like you're hanging out and you're rich and you're successful and ladies want to sleep with you and you cheat on your wife. Like I did that, you know. So I can't call anybody out for that. And I don't know, like. Dude, I'm, you know what I mean? I think because of my childhood, I'm a bit weird on people sleeping with young people, you know? Like when somebody's like not at least 28, I don't know why you would want to sleep with them if you're in your 40s. It's weird. But it's legal, you know? But if it gets down to like 18, I'm like, Jesus, dude, I cannot.
What did we just see? It was like, oh, Bill Maher.
Yeah, Bill Maher's like 70 and he's got like a, what is it?
31-year-old.
Yeah.
That's a
Wait,
lot.
Schaub's lawyer called him Brian Schaub for the entire 6-hour episode. Oh, man. Wait. Schaub's lawyer?
Funny.
Wait. He didn't know his name was Brendan? And he's his lawyer? Man, I'd want my $1 million back if that was my guy. I'm like, you know my name, right? Yeah. Look, I don't... Look, I know Brendan. Not well, but he was always nice to me. You know? I don't know. Has there been some weird things that kind of pissed me off? You know, like I thought he kind of took some ideas off me at one point, but it's like, you know, that's ego, you know? Like, my son's name's Tiger, and he was like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, yes, you did. But why would that matter, you know? It doesn't, you know? I remember I freaked out when I got fired from Sirius, and he was like, come over to the house, and he was like, you'll be okay, and he introduced me to his podcast company, and then they stole money from me. But he didn't know they were going to do that. They stole money from him, too, so he didn't do it. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't hate those guys at all. You know, I still really like Brian Callen. Brian Callen called me after Dingo passed away to see if I was okay. So those little things like that I don't forget. Like that meant a lot to me. He didn't have to do that. He didn't owe me nothing.
The art looks cute, by the way, behind you.
I love that art. A fan gave me that in Canada. That is the last photo I got to take with Dingo. Yeah, Colin Thompson. Yeah, he did my show and Hawk versus Wolf, and he didn't pay me. And it's actually like almost the exact amount of money of credit card debt that I am in and have been since then. And then at one point they called me. That was the funniest bit. His guy that worked for him called me, who I did like. Forgot his name, Shane, I think. He was a nice guy, but he called. He was like, "Hey, man, they want you to leave your podcast company you're with and go over to Colin's new podcast thing. And if you do, we'll give you the money we owe you." And I was like, "Wait, did you just say that you owe it to me? But you're not going to give it to me unless I quit this other show and bring my shows to you over here?" And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you tell Colin. I said, you don't want to know. Doesn't matter. I'm sure you can imagine. But I was actually on speakerphone and Tony was sitting next to me and we were both like, podcasting, man. Pretty cool. You guys are pretty cool. And then the podcast company that I was with, that I chose to stay with, we made 0. 2 years. I think Tony and I made 10 grand. 2 years. It was one of the episodes was Lil Wayne. That did some numbers. 0. We walked away. So podcast. I mean, that's kind of half the reason Tony was like, yeah, I've seen podcasting. I'm good. It was not a good experience. Financially, anyway. But I've had fun. I think doing the show was really, we loved doing the show. We just laugh our butts off. Man, the best part, the start, I started skating again, and we do a podcast, then I'd skate. It was just me and Tony skating his ramp. Can't take that away from me, dude. Honestly, some of the greatest moments of my life. There was a time there where I got a little verklempt at one point. I did 360 Varial, and I just thanked Tony for, because it was his idea to do that podcast. And then I did a 360 Varial with Tony Hawk on a ramp, and I hadn't done a 360 Varial for 20 years, and I almost cried. And I was like, thanks, man. Shit's real, dude. That's making me sad right now. Not sad, but like happy sad. It's emotional,
Don't cry. Instead, do a little dance for everyone.
Okay.
For everyone that donated.
You gotta do widescreen.
I know. Hold on. Sweet moves.
Are you doing widescreen? I don't see it.
What? I can see it on my end. Can you guys all see that? If you didn't see it, you didn't miss much. He said, I made 10K last month on YouTube. Focus on making videos and doing live streams, not a podcast. Huh.
Who said that?
Unique.
Yeah, I should take his advice. He is good at it. Yeah.
Well, who else said that?
Sam Tripoli.
To go live?
The reason that I am live is because of Sam Tripoli. Sam Tripoli was like, do live streams. He's like, just be you on a live stream. Try to do it as much as you can, at least half an hour.
Because podcasts are very, it's just oversaturated.
And
right?
Controlled.
Yeah.
They're controlled by the media. Big Pharma. No, I don't really. Wow, that is a great dance, Jason. I did not need to see that. Okay. Wow, that is a shocker. Oh my God. Okay, good job. Yeah, but I appreciate everybody listening. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably going to do one in the morning. Yes.
Like 9 a.m. maybe, because I have to go to work.
9 a.m. live YouTube show with Jules and Jason. Ooh.
Ooh. I like it.
Yeah, right. I don't know what do we go out on? See us tomorrow, 9 a.m. Jules and Jason show.
8:30.
Maybe 8:30? Oh, wow. Just be ready. Maybe I'll post it on my Instagram, The Shadow Man. All right. Thanks, everybody.